Greetings and salutations, authors, fellow readers, friends, and families. Nicole Nikki Nicholas here discussing another book today, Kiss of Death by Renee, and it was recommended to me by Heather Butler. Thank you, Renee, for sharing your talents writing this book. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you for Heather for recommending it to me. I, in return, recommend it to any and everybody out there that loves to read. It was definitely a great recommendation. I will be reading other books by Renee, so I will be checking her out, and I will be reading anything else that Heather recommends, because what can I say, Heather? I wanted to Hulk smash everybody in this book, because everybody was just like, goodness gracious. Like, alright, so let me tell you what the book is about. The book is about Micah, who has this picture perfect life to everybody, and in her profession, it unfortunately has her to have secrets and lies in her life, and she gets involved with a crime family through her profession, and this begins to expose her secret and her lies, and begins to tear her family apart. I mean, the treachery in this book is beyond bananas, and that's why I just wanted to Hulk smash everybody in this book, because I mean, even starting with Micah, even though it wasn't her fault, because she was pretty much a pawn in a game by a named Lady who raised her as her own, but was pissed off because Micah's mom was in love with Michael and wouldn't leave Michael alone, and so Lady and Micah's mom was pregnant at the same time, and something happened to Lady's son, and so she wanted to hurt Michael and the same way that, you know, she was hurt with her child, only to find out that the guy that was part of the crime family that Micah was hired to kill, she fell in love with. So it's like, dang, like, how do you live your life like that? On top of the fact that Micah's already pissed off because she blames Michael, her dad, for the reason why her mom is no longer here. So it's like, what do you do? And then you have a best friend named Taylor who is sleeping with your dad and marries your dad, knowing the abuse that you went through with your dad, and know that you cannot stand your dad, only to kill your dad to be with Dyson LaRue's dad, Preston LaRue, the guy that she was hired to kill, his father. So it was like, dang, there go your best friend, there go your dad. On top of that, she did have a husband and some kids, well, some twin daughters that loved her. Well, one of them loved her somewhat, but you know, she was never really there because she was off killing guys because she couldn't stand her father. So she was killing guys in her profession as a hit person and neglected her kids. So her husband was pretty much sick of it, and then, you know, he found out that, you know, she's pretty much been out here running amok and just doing whatever, and he just can't take it no more. And so he now moving on. But then it's like, dang, what is all of this for? I mean, part of it is Micah's fault, but it's like I said, she was a pawn in the game and she had no clue what's going on. How do you grow up not knowing that your mom was not who she says she was, and she was only chasing after your dad, and your dad belonged to another lady? That's crazy. Did you grow up hating your dad? And my goodness. So yeah, this book was bananas. I wanted to Hulk smash everybody in this book because nobody was trustworthy, and I liked all of it. Yep. I mean, I guess you could say Dyson LaRue, the guy who Micah was hired to kill, I guess you can say that he did have love, because although he knew that Micah was hired to kill him, he still was like ride or die hard for her, and he still loved her, and stood off against his dad because his dad felt like women were disposable draws. So I mean, I guess you do have one good person, but he was just trifling. He was trifling and treacherous, just like everybody else. I mean, he had a, I guess you say he had a best friend, Kip. Kip didn't like Micah, but I mean, did Kip even like Dyson? Because he was part of the game that was against Micah that Dyson didn't even know. So yeah, everybody was bananas. I loved it. It drew me in. I actually read the book on my phone through my Kindle app. If I actually had the paperback in my hand, it would be slightly bruised right now because the book would have got tossed quite a few times, because that's how much involved I was just all through this book. I was just like, oh my goodness. So I definitely can say thank you, Chris Renee. I appreciate the book. That is how I feel. Anybody else have their thoughts on it, let me know. Let the author know. Thank you, Heather. With that being said, off to another book, y'all. So don't forget, reading is fundamental. Love you. Peace out.